Uprising 2024 was one of the most memorable nights in RevPro history. Dave Bradshaw here with Gideon Graywood, and Gideon, what a night.
Absolutely, and we're not getting paid any extra for this, so let's hurry up with the RevPro recap.
The first match on our card here at York Hall was an international dream match featuring Kanji and Serena Deeb, and in the end, Kanji with the roll-up getting perhaps the biggest win of her career.
Listen, any way you can get him, doesn't matter. Hook by crook, still victorious. Kanji, very well done. Good on her.
Question for Kanji now is, where does she go in 2025? How does she build on this victory? And that will be fascinating to see as we go into the new year. After that, a trios match, and it was a makeshift team of sorts, with Will Caven unable to compete. Ethan Allen joined Mark Drew and Kieran Lacey to take on CPF, with CPF's trophies, the ones they won at the Trios Grand Prix, on the line. But in the end, that double foot stomp into the FIJ, enough for CPF to hold on to their trophies.
Let's give the assist to RevPro matchmakers here, finding someone for Drew and Lacey to tag with that they have a violent history with, that they don't necessarily like, causing tension already. Absolutely assisted by Revolution Pro Wrestling matchmakers. Disgusting.
It's always a conspiracy with you, isn't it? Unbelievable. Well, regardless, CPF having held on to those trophies, that means that going into the new year, remember that they have 3 wishes. They can choose any matches they want with those 3 trophies as they head into 2025.
Come on, Okada.
The undisputed British Women's Championship was on the line. Mina Shirakawa against the woman she beat at the anniversary show back in August, Danny Luna. And in the end, Shirakawa got the win again, but afterwards, Cutthroat Collective came out and attacked both women.
Not only attacked both women in the competition, but also attacked Zoe Lucas, who was trying to stick her nose into other people's business. Love you, Zoe, you're a wonderful person, but just know when you're not needed, for God's sake.
Well, right after the match as well, Mercedes Moné challenging Mina Shirakawa to a match where both their championships will be on the line. Moné's strong title, Shirakawa's British women's title. It's going to go down Wrestle Dynasty, and that championship will be defended for the first time ever in the Tokyo Dome on January 5th.
By the way, Mina, I hope Wacko's well. Please ask her if she's okay for me.
Closing out our first half at Uprising, a 60-minute Iron Man match. The first time we've ever seen that in Revolution Pro Wrestling. And my God, did it live up to the hype between Josiah and Leon Slater. Slater, as the time ran out, leveling the score at 2 falls apiece. Then RevPro matchmaker Andy Quilden deciding that the match would go into sudden death overtime. Josiah eventually winning it with the De Madrid al Cielo from the top turnbuckle. Quite simply, one of the greatest matches ever on British soil.
I'd have no idea. I can tell you that the sweet and sour chicken I had during it was fantastic.
Yeah, you decided to take a little bit of time off during that, but meanwhile, the fans here in York Hall had an all-timer with Josiah and Leon Slater. One of the big headlines coming out of Uprising, we have brand new, undisputed British Tag Team Champions. That dominant force that has been Jay Joshua and Connor Mills proved to be just too much for Sunshine Machine tonight at Uprising.
Absolutely proving that if you do not go against them 100%, knowing you are in for a violent encounter, you will get trodden over by Mills and Jay Joshua. Fantastic new tag team champions in RevPro.
Well, the tag team division is as competitive as it has ever been here in RevPro, but can Joshua and Mills continue their dominant run of form now they are the champions headed into the new year? Well, earlier on in the night, we had an international dream match. In the second half, we had another Bullet Club's Robbie X going one-on-one with Mascara, Dada, a rematch of the bout they had last year at the British J Cup. And unfortunately for Robbie X, it was the same result again. Mascara, Dada with the victory over the man we formerly knew as the King of the Cruiserweights.
As an honorary member of the United Empire for one night only, Mascara Dada did an incredible job against that absolute arsewipe Robbie X.
And our main event, it was the biggest rematch in Revolution Pro Wrestling history. Luke Jacobs took on Michael Oku, the man he beat last August for the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship on this night. Oku did what he said he would do. Finally forcing Jacobs to tap out to the half crab and regaining the title.
And listen, it was uncomfortable. Absolutely uncomfortable. The way that people are treating the Revolution Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, putting that much risk on themselves, throwing everything they can into each and every match. It is dangerous, and I am not comfortable with it. I'm not.
Michael Oku having regained the championship, we will see what the new year holds for him. However, the night was not over, because as Oku celebrated with a mirror in ring, Ricky Knight Jr. made his return to RevPro and attacked the new champion. It was a shocking conclusion to what should have been a moment of celebration.
Hey, not only shocking, listen, he dropped him square on his neck. He tried to break Michael Oku. Michael Oku could barely walk out of here.
Well, I said at the end of that match, it was a night that promised answers but left us with more questions than ever. If you missed Uprising, don't forget you can catch up with it at RevProOnDemand.com, as we are left wondering, headed into 2025, what is in store for everybody on the Revolution Pro Wrestling roster. In the meantime, we thank you for joining us for the RevPro recap.